Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Snoop Dogg urges Rob Pelinka to take action to save Lakers season. Snoop Dogg, a lifelong Los Angeles Lakers fan and one of the franchise's most vocal celebrity supporters, has had enough of the team's mediocrity. During a recent appearance on ESPN's First Take, Snoop didn't hold back, calling out Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka and urging the front office to make bold moves to salvage the season. "I think that we need to make some changes, man, like we brought back the exact same team from last year, no disrespect, but that ain't gonna cut it. We need to make some moves and move some people around the place, make some adjustments like Genie, what's the dude name? Yeah, hello, where you at? What you doing? Come on, man, make some moves, some adjustments. There's some people out there that we can have on our squad, and you just got to make the decision that it's time to make that move, because as Laker fans, y'all on the clock. Y'all got to hurry up before we end up cussing y'all out, going all in on y'all like we normally do. Right now we're on television being very professional." The Lakers, currently sitting 8th in the Western Conference with a 13-11 record, have been plagued by inconsistency and underperformance. Their defensive struggles are glaring, ranking 26th in defensive rating, while their offense, once a strength, has dropped to 14th after a promising start. With a net rating of -4.0, the team's statistical profile resembles that of a borderline play-in contender rather than a legitimate championship threat. Snoop's passionate plea wasn't just a vent, it was a call to action for Pelinka and Lakers Governor Jeannie Buss to make immediate changes. When prompted by Stephen A. Smith to name names, Snoop directed his message squarely at Pelinka, demanding decisive action to bolster the roster. The Lakers' struggles have been compounded by their over-reliance on LeBron James and Anthony Davis. LeBron, even at age 39, continues to play at an elite level, averaging 23.0 points, 8.0 rebounds, and 9.1 assists per game. Meanwhile, Davis is putting up monster numbers, averaging 27.5 points, 11.2 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1.3 steals, and 2.0 blocks per game while shooting 52.9% from the field and 32% from three-point range. Despite these stellar performances from their two stars, the supporting cast has failed to provide consistent production. Aside from Davis, who has been dominant when healthy, the rest of the roster has struggled to perform at a league average level, leaving the Lakers without the depth needed to contend in the competitive Western Conference. The team's lack of perimeter defense and inconsistent bench scoring have hindered their ability to close games against stronger opponents. Snoop's comments echo the frustrations of many Lakers fans who expected the front office to make bolder moves in the offseason. Snoop's warning also carried a sense of urgency, reminding Pelinka and Buss that Lakers fans won't stay patient for long. As the Lakers look to navigate a challenging stretch of the season, Snoop's words highlight the growing pressure on the organization to act. With trade rumors swirling around stars like Zach LaVine and Trae Young, the front office may need to explore aggressive options before the February trade deadline to salvage their championship aspirations. For now, Lakers fans, including Snoop Dogg, are left waiting and watching. Thank you for being a valued reader of Fadeaway World. If you liked this article, please consider following us on Google News. We really appreciate your support. Lakers already in talks about Jonas Valanciunas, eyeing Markelle Fultz as free agent. The Los Angeles Lakers are reportedly on the verge of making some major changes during this trade season, as the team has multiple holes it needs to fill and can't blame their struggles on coaching anymore. Lakers target Jonas Valanciunas is eligible for trade after December 15th, with Anthony Irwin reporting that the Lakers are pushing to get a trade agreed upon as soon as Jonas is eligible to be moved. Given the Lakers' injury issues at center and their tedious hold of the 8th seed in the West, league sources believe Pelinka will get to work right away on acquiring Valanciunas. According to those I've spoken to with knowledge of the situation, Washington and LA have already held preliminary talks about a Valanciunas deal, and the expectation is for those talks to ramp up once he can be traded. Irwin indicated what the potential trade package for Valanciunas could be, primarily including guard Gabe Vincent and second-round draft compensation. The expectation is for the Lakers to offer Gabe Vincent and second-round pick compensation to the Wizards. They may also attach one of their veteran minimum contracts, Christian Wood, Cam Reddish, or Jackson Hayes, in the deal to give themselves more room under the second apron and to open a roster spot. This deal would allow the Lakers to remain under the second apron and maintain flexibility for additional trades. However, the second-round pick compensation could be high if the Lakers want to execute the deal immediately after December 15. If they meet that price, it would ensure no other team can land Valanciunas, but the Lakers could wait until deeper in the season to see if his price softens. The Washington Wizards center is averaging 12.6 points and 8.1 rebounds this season, with the Lakers pursuing him since the offseason. In his article, Irwin also shared that if the Lakers end up moving Vincent in a deal for Valanciunas, they could target free agent guard Markelle Fultz as a backup replacement. Per sources, the Lakers have had internal conversations about Markelle Fultz. Fultz would step into the role Vincent was playing and could serve as guard depth should the Lakers decide to trade D'Angelo Russell. Standing 6'4" with legitimate athleticism, Fultz would provide physicality on the perimeter the Lakers have sorely missed defensively. Fultz averaged 7.8 points, 3.2 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and 1.0 steals per game last season for the Orlando Magic before going unsigned over free agency. Fultz has a shaky jumper, which makes most teams afraid to take a risk on him, despite his athleticism, ball-handling ability, and clear defensive upside. The Lakers could use a backup like him to fix issues about backup guard play and defense, but it wouldn't help the Lakers' already poor spacing. Other backup guards the Lakers could look at include former lottery pick Dennis Smith Jr., who last played for the Brooklyn Nets last season, averaging 6.6 points, 2.9 rebounds, and 3.6 assists, proving to be a slightly better shooter and playmaker than Fultz. Outside of them, there aren't many great options in free agency right now for the franchise. They'll need to find answers regardless, and it can't begin until a trade for Jonas or some other center. Lakers, Heat named top potential Jerami Grant trade destinations. Portland Trail Blazers forward Jerami Grant may turn out to be one of the more interesting names in the upcoming 2024-25 NBA trade market. If the Blazers want to trade Grant before the February 6 trade deadline, they should have some acceptable suitors for his services. Today, Matt Levine of SI published a list of the top 5 best trade partners for the Blazers if they're shopping Grant. The Los Angeles Clippers, Cleveland Cavaliers, and Dallas Mavericks all made the list, but the two highest were the Miami Heat, perhaps dangling wing Duncan Robinson, and the Los Angeles Lakers with potential future first-round picks to offer. Levine's compensation packages were ill-defined in general. In Robinson's case, it's not clear why the Blazers would want to exchange one 30-year-old player for another. But if the Blazers could get first-rounders from the Lakers in a post-LeBron James world, they might consider that an equitable deal. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Jerami Grant? Leave your opinion in the comments.